Hello, kit heads. We are talking kit, the home of the greatest football kit content in the whole entire world. It's time for another edition. You don't have to laugh, Dan. I know you might not agree with me, mate, but it's true. It's true. We're back in the rank bank anyway for another edition of Full Kit Rankers, 10 shirts deep from inside the darkest crevice of the rank bank for you to look over. Everyone has ranked over furiously and sent in their scores to me. If you don't know what we do by now, I'll give you a little bit more of an explanation as we get through the show and we introduce our guests just before we get into it. If you haven't, and if it's your first time talking kit, or maybe you talk kit all the time, just like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your kit-loving friends, and do all that good stuff. You know how it is, whatever. I'm Double A, as always, and with me is the main man, or the right-hand man. It's him, yeah, it's in there. Him. Dom! King Dom, how you doing, pal?
Easy, I'm good, yeah. Not too bad at all.
I feel like you're too far. What you can't even hear me.
I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Oh, can you hear us? This is how we're doing the show.
Yeah. What? How far away are they?
Yeah, I can see you, dickhead.
Hello. Big King Dom, I am. Oh, when they're ready, kick you like. Hey, up, Chuck.
When did Dom become David Duckworth? I don't remember that one. Dom, anyway, everything all right? You good?
Yes, all good, yeah. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, for sure. Same, mate, same. Returning again for... It feels like he's on the channel a lot. I talk to him more than he's on the channel, but I like when he's on the channel because episodes go west and he puts me off. I don't say he puts me off, but he makes it a challenge to get episodes of shows he does for me out because what should be 10 minutes is an hour and 15. So if you've not seen the Desert Island Kits from you need to blame this man right here because it's a challenge to even attempt to even open my laptop to try and edit it, but it will come eventually. It's obviously Dan. Shirt hits the fan. All the way in Italy tonight. We've got an international guest. How are we doing, Dan?
Ciao Bella. Ciao Bella, boys, from Lake Como, fresh out of action in Parma, and looking forward to a Samp away day again in 2 nights' time. So yeah, cheers for having me on. Appreciate it. Sponsored by Peroni.
Yeah. Other beers are available, by the way. We should thank you. I mean, your time away and you're spending time with us, mate. I can only appreciate it, If you say
it's fine, mate. It's fine. It's a bit of this and that out there. Nothing special, pizzeria, trattoria, beautiful lake, lovely weather. It's not all that. Really.
Yeah, you'd rather sit with us. I was trying to say, you've been busy. You just said you're fresh from noshing off a big Italian. Pizza, let me finish my sentence. Pizza.
That's how it sounded, actually.
But no, mate, I'm glad you're here. That's all I can say, pretty much.
Mate, as they say here, piacere, grazie mille. And then they say, why you not just talk English, for fuck's sake? So.
International. I love it, Dan. Thanks for being here, mate. And I can't say special guest because Dan is a special guest and Dom's even a special guest in many ways. But he's back. He's soon. We've only done like 5 episodes since he was last on, and he's back on again. I know he's one shirt he wanted to come on to defend. That you may see that tonight, but that's not the reason why he's here. He's here because he's the best person, I think, or personally for me, he's a Manchester United fan. We are going to start doing some episodes where we focus on a club and we get certain collectors or certain people that just love football shirts to pick their 10 favourite shirts from their club. So obviously myself and Dom are massive Man United fans. So once in a while, I feel like I put United on the back burner on this show a lot because I don't want people to think oh, look at him, he's just self-indulgent. It's all about United. Well, allow me to be a bit self-indulgent. And Manchester United is the club we're going to focus on tonight. So if you don't really like Manchester United shirts or Manchester United in general, and you feel like you need to leave, you can. Just make sure you like the video on your way out. Maybe subscribe to the channel on the way out as well. But if you do like United shirts, Dan's gone. All right, okay. We're down to 3. Okay. But no, if you do like United shirts, or you like Stan, there's a lot to like. You like Dan, there's a lot to like. Or myself. Yeah, just stick around. Stick around for the episode. But no, Stan, thank you so much for being back on, mate. It's a pleasure to have you back. It's nice to know you want to come back, which is always the best thing.
Well, thanks for getting me back on false pretenses. I didn't realise this was like a...
I said we're going to do some episodes where we focus on clubs, and I want your 10 favourite shirts. So, you know, would you have thought more?
I appreciate I'm flattered more than anything else, but yeah.
Of course. So how's everything been since obviously last time we saw you? Obviously the Hoyland deal. I was trying to get some info on that.
Yeah. I think everything's gone Pete Tong since the last time I saw you.
I thought one. Okay.
It hasn't been quite the exciting start of the season that we expected. You know.
No, absolutely not. But good thing is we don't talk football here, so we don't have to worry about any of that. That's fine. It's all about the kits. But no, thank you so much for being on. So yes, if you haven't seen this show before, which I would ask the question, what are you doing? We feel like, I mean, come on, it's the greatest football kit content in the world. I've already said that, and this is the greatest ranking show in the world. I know we say YouTube, but I mean, how many ranking shows are there really? So we are the best ranking show in the world. And if you haven't seen it before, like I say, so I've sent 10 shirts. Well, Stan has picked 10 shirts, his favourite United shirts, and then I've sent them out to Dan, Dom, Jay from Retro Football Kits, and GK Sean, who is not with us tonight. He's putting on an event. He's a chef, isn't he? So he's doing some cooking, some super noodles, some beans on toast for people. So he's not here, unfortunately. But they have both ranked their shirts. I then everyone scores, rank their scores individually, and it leaves us with our final table. And we just go through the table, talk about the shirts and any memories that they might invoke. And it's going to be good tonight because I think it's really honing in on someone's memories, someone's love for their club, what made them love and what makes them really appreciate their football shirt. So it's nice for us to sort of pick the brains of Stan and finally get to understand what it is he loves about Manchester United shirt to get in the 10 that he has picked for us. So that's what the episode is. We'll get into the 10 shirts very, very soon. But what I like to do, obviously, I've got a bit of housekeeping to do. As you may or may not know, the show is sponsored by Retro Football Kits. That's not the only reason why we asked Jay on, but it's one reason why we asked Jay on. You know, keep the bosses sweet and stuff, keep the lights on and all that. If you like football kits, which is another reason why would you be here if you didn't, I guess, 10% off all orders with retrofootballkits.co.uk. Using code TalkingKit10, they offer 15% off site-wide already. So get an extra 10% off using the code TalkingKit10. I know Dan did so very, very recently with a lovely little number. Yeah, look at him. So do the same and go and help yourself to some wonderful, wonderful football shirts. I'll just have a break. Dom, am I still buffering?
No, it's like I said, it's not constant. It's just the odd time.
I think it's this Ethernet cable thing I've got. It's a bit shy. So I'm in the process of getting a new one.
Is it string?
Is it what?
Is it a piece of string?
Right, I'll try again. Right. Okay, so that is the housekeeping done. Let's get into this week's shirts then. 10 shirts picked by Stan, his favourite 10 United shirts of all time. So, I mean, there's one clear loser this week. I will say that to you all. I'll just say that right now. One clear loser. I mean,
and for once, it's not Man United.
No. Well, yeah, it is. It still is Man United, regardless. So I'll tell you the difference between the bottom shirt and the shirt above it is 15 points. Right, so there's clearly one loser here. But listen, no one's judging you, Stan. No one's judging you. They're all beautiful shirts, or at least I think so anyway. Let's go into the 10 then. And shirt number 10 with nothing, only 5 points. Because it won't share the screen now. What are you doing?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on. Alright, right, just piss it about. Here she is, over. Right.
Cut, edit.
Shit. Yeah, I know. Big long job for me tonight. That's what I said to Hannah. Oh, it's going to be one of them chills, isn't it? It's you, Dan. You drag it out of me, mate. I don't know what's going on. Right, let's see. Shirt number 10, then, with a grand total of 5 points from our rankers, is this. It's the 2020-2021 European training shirt. I'm really interested to know, because I did say to Stan, because he said home and away. I said, no, it could be third, goalkeeper, training, anything you want. And I'm so happy you did put a training in there, to be fair, mate. I think that's spot on. And you know, I'm interested to find out what it is that you love about it. I mean, there's 5 rankers. It's got 5 points. I think it's easy to tell you. Everyone's put it number 10. But I just think I'm going to say it just because these are obviously football shirts that are going to be obviously above it. Jay had it in 10, like he said. A bit nothing for me. Don't love the colour. And it looks like a goalkeeper shirt. It does actually look like a goalkeeper shirt from around this season. I think it was. I don't know. And Sean had it, obviously. I don't know why I'm saying it. Had it in 10th, obviously. Let's go through the rankings that are here. Kicking off with Kick King Dom. Bottom shirt for you. I mean, I'll ask the question. Is it just because it's not a football shirt?
No. If anything, I would have ranked it lower if it was a football shirt. It's mental and it's awful. It looks genuinely, and I don't know why. Obviously, well, I know why because I'm a freak. But it looks like it needs circumcising around the neck. I can't be dealing with all that extra bit.
Warm.
Like, let me breathe. Yeah. Of course, I like if you're into that kind of stuff, then yeah, that's horses for courses. But yeah, not for me. The colourway's bananas as well. But yeah, for a training shirt, you can be a bit more outlandish, and it certainly is that. But yeah, had to be bottom.
Okay. I mean, with all that height there, at least you keep most of your head on it. That's what most foreskin's used to.
Buffered.
Foreskin. Moving on, Stan, anyway, quickly. Oh, it don't matter. I was talking about foreskin. Let's not. Don't worry about it. Fine. We'll move on. Fine. Stan, we'll move on to you. I mean, it wasn't your list, but it was bottom of your list also. So, what was the reasoning behind putting this one in?
Well, it's the only like training kit that I've actually went out and bought. You mean, you know, it's like I actually bought it. You mean, you know, and like it just sang to me because it is the reasons why Dom doesn't like it are the reasons why I do like it, because it is so outlandish. You mean, the colours are a bit bananas on it, and I just kind of like, yeah, it's a bold statement for like even for a training kit. You mean, and that's why I kind of liked it really. You know, and the colours work for me. I do like purple. You know, it's a I guess it kind of reminds me of the Fiorentina kits, but like but yeah, I'm a big fan of purple. It's an underused colour in football, in my humble opinion.
No, I agree. I mean, United have had a couple of purple kits, haven't they? Goalkeeper shirts, especially. I think they had one a couple of seasons ago. But this one particularly reminds me of the one from the 90s that Schmeichel had. That it reminds me of that a little bit more, I think. No? With a pattern.
No, I agree.
Oh, yeah, the pattern maybe. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, the pattern isn't the greatest pattern, but I see past it. You mean, for me, it just says something. You mean, and when I look cool in it as well. That's the you know. Yeah,
that's the soundbite we were waiting for, Stan. That's what we're waiting. Dan, we'll finish off with you on this one, my friend. You know, you're one for all the aesthetics, the pleasing on the eye. You're definitely a man of, you know, style and panache and grace and stuff. Purple and orange, car crash of a combination, right?
For a man who really loves 1993 Viola shirts. This is. I don't ever want to critique you, Stan, because you're a visually very aware, very talented bloke, and I have a whole thing about critiquing someone else's viewpoints and stuff. But I'm really gonna go in on you here because, like, you know what it is? I think if one of these elements in this shirt was white instead of yellow, or one of the elements wasn't red, or they took out the third color, or did something, I don't know, just a little bit, like, rather than the color, they went for a neutral in there. I think it would have been good, or you could have framed like the black and the red, maybe. The pattern on the shirt, you know what? I always say that phrase, like, shirt noise, like just shirt nonsense, like Rochdale's third kit from 2016 or something like that. A thing that just gets chucked out and then just gets forgotten. I think it's too closely goes into that bracket. But equally, if it was actually a kit, especially a goalkeeper kit, it would have been a lot better, because at least it would have looked like, I can't get on with it. So there's just too many little things that just go, nah.
Well, but why would it be better? It doesn't matter if it's goalkeeping kit. I'm not judging.
Oh, it's just the garment itself, the actual. I think it's just the balance bit, because I look at it, you're saying like that is literally, it's the 93 Fiorentina. I just in my head, I'm like, right, it needs white on there somewhere just to come out a little bit. The red sometimes gets a little bit lost. It looks like I think it's the type of sweet I'm thinking of. I just lost an earpiece. Just I can't. Sorry.
Don't apologise, because Stan put it bottom as well, so you're on the same
level. I expected it to be, like to be pretty low down. Don't get me wrong.
Not this low down, Jesus Christ. But there we go. It's the 2020-2021 European training shirt for Manchester United. One of Stan's favourites, and I need to see picture evidence now of you looking fantastic in it.
Okay, Stan. Well, I'll stick it up on after our next Euro game.
Yes, please. You tweet me a few pictures of the garment, so this one for the list. That'll be fantastic. So let's move on to shirt number 9. And with 20 points, so 15-point gap, it kind of tells you. The rest of the shirts are all quite close together now. Like I say, 20 points overall from our rankers. And it's the 2020-2021, so the same season, and it's the third shirt for Manchester United. Mocked when it first come out. Actually, you know what? Some of the third shirts United have, apart from this season, do get a little bit of a hammering. This was definitely one of them. I remember when it come out. The zebra kit, as it's known, Dom's got it in the background there. Well, let's go through the rankings that aren't here. Sean had this one in 7th place. I thought Sean might like it, to be honest with you. And Jay had this one in... Where did Jay have this one? He had it actually in 6th place. Actually kind of like it. It's got the 110 anniversary inspo. The dazzle in black and white looks very cool and imposing. Shame United weren't imposing in this kit, unfortunately. Let's go through the rankers. Here, Stan, let's kick it off with you then. And you had this one in 8th place overall.
Yeah.
So, I've got picture evidence of this. I'm going to show everyone right now. You love this. You love this pattern. Yeah. This really is. I was always going to bring this out, Stan. Look at you in that. So this kit then, is just fantastic, yeah?
No, again, it's like, I like it because it's bold. It's like it's every now and again you just got to bring someone out that's a bit out there, and it's and this one ticks my boxes, and that's why it's in my favourites. So yeah, it's and also because it has garnered so much criticism, I kind of feel like I need to give him a bit more of a hug as well. They're the shirts are kind of like I'm protective over my favourite kits.
You have to be. Give it a bit. To be fair, mate, it's the other way around for me. My kits are normally hugging me at this time, not the other way around. To be fair. It's been an exciting summer. I was one of them ones. I've flip flop on a lot of United shirts recently, and this we'll get to that one. I've never flip flopped harder. Let's just say that. I still don't own this one, but I think I'm still looking at you in it, mate. I don't know. I'd just rather look at you in the shirt. Just a quick thing for you, Stan. Do you think every shirt we've had with Chevrolet on just was absolutely ruined?
Yeah, no, totally. They should have. I just kind of like, I don't know who was part of the whole in the room. I mean, like to decide that was the actual going to be the actual sponsor. You mean? Yeah. I think there would probably be more like more kits from that era on my top 10 if it wasn't for the actual Chevrolet like logo. You mean? And but yeah, I just don't. I mean, if it was just a monotone logo, that's all it needed really, or just Chevrolet on its own. You mean? There's nothing wrong with the logo itself, but you don't want a kind of like a full resolution version of that logo. It just doesn't fit in with anything that's happened before. You mean?
It's for me, Dan, and I'll move on to you now. For me, with that, obviously, it's such a vibrant pattern. You got it in 5th place, so I assume you've got some vivid thoughts on it for what is a vivid shirt. Despite that, the pattern, you're still drawn to the eye of the sponsor, which is exactly what you're not wanting from a football shirt, right?
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. And for Stan, I've spoke to a couple of guys who work for like Umbro and some other bits, and they said one of the main problems they've got is that the brands, your main sponsor, will have so much dictating power. When Chevrolet's giving Man United, like, I don't know, 200 million quid, whatever the fuck it is, but if they'll be like, right, we have no colour change. They won't negotiate on like any integration with the kit or the badge. All that had to be was red with a white line. Chevrolet in black looks great. You could even make Chevrolet red, the actual text underneath, and it would have been like, wow, that looks really good. It matches all the angles straight on. Plus side of things, 3 great colours. It's got that sort of dazzle ships, like World War I sort of like pattern on it. It's crazy. It's absolutely brilliant. I really like it. Almost this sort of like pre-art deco sort of smash up. I really enjoyed this kit. It probably got lower in there because Paul Pogba played in it. So that's always a downside for a Man United shirt. I really enjoyed this kit. I just thought it was just fresh and vibrant and new. But the sponsors, awful. How to kill a shirt in 5 minutes.
Another person who doesn't like it because of Paul Pogba, I'm imagining, is Dom. 9th place for you, mate. Is it because of the Paul Pogba factor or the Chevrolet, or it's just?
No, it's because there's on this list there's 8 better shirts. I actually really like this. This would get higher up. Yeah. I think the 110 years of stripes at Old Trafford was a bit of a reach, but it's a nice nod at least. And I think this is what like third shirt should be kept for. And as far back as like 92, obviously when they brought the green and gold one out as a third, and it was such a shift from like the home and away. I think now, and we're seeing it, even more recently as well, they'll put shirts out there that are just a bit wild. And I think with the third, you can afford to be a bit more playful. And this was one of those which kids were going to love instantly. This will be something that will be etched in the memory of people for years to come, just for the visuals. And I'm all for that for a third shirt anyway. I think home and away, you interchange the away with standard colours. But I really like it.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I was disappointed about with this kit was when we saw the leaks and it had the same pattern shorts, and they weren't the ones that we used for the kit.
that was good. That was weird.
Yeah, fantastic. But I think it has grown in sort of popularity since it's been used as a kit, and now you look back and like say in another 5-10 years, it's an absolute beautiful piece that everyone loves and everyone wants. But there we go. Sorry.
Just quickly, I was going to say, that's almost like an analogy for the entire Glazers, isn't it? I mean, it all looks nice and shiny on the top bit, and then when you scrape below the surface, they completely fucking let everything go.
Have you been to Old Trafford recently, Dad? Because I don't think...
the outside of it's fallen down as well.
It's just one pile of shit, mate, to be honest with you. But there we go. It's Manchester United's 2020-2021 third shirt, which stands Oh, it's on the 9th place, but it's one of Stan's favourite shirts of all time for Manchester United. Let's move on to number 8, and with 22 points, we move on. Not Stan, it's this. It's the 1988 away shirt. Look at that fantastic polo there. 22 points, like I say. The rankers that are here, Sean had this one in 8th place, and Jay had this one. Where's Jay for this one? He's put it in 9th place. Just a white away kit, nothing to it. Well, okay. We'll find out what the rankers here think. Dan, we'll come to you on this one first, my friend. And it was your 7th place shirt. What do you like about it?
So, first of all, I've got a real big dislike of sort of 70s style, floppy collared, all that sort of stuff. It's just a personal thing. I mean, even like the Stamford one, I don't even like that, just to put it in perspective. But this was probably, for me, like the best one out of all of that sort of era ones that you like. For me, Stan, I just think it's quite clean. I like the fact it's the Adidas under the arm. I think that sort of it's played into a lot of future references. But yeah, it's just floppy collar shirts are always going to come quite down my list. So but it's nice. It's a nice kit. Tighty the arms, tidy-ish collar for me. But yeah, floppy collared.
So the takeaway from that is that Dan don't like it floppy, he likes it hard. Okay. Moving on to Dom. And you had this one in 3rd place, Dom. You do like it floppy, mate.
Oh, do I? Mate, this vomiting, absolutely all day. It's clean as a whistle. I think of the era, I think this is just absolutely class. And I think the simplicity of it, but the breaking away from obviously the Adidas stripes on the shoulder, then to have it inwards. Now you've got a continual like stripe all the way down the side of the shirt, which, as Dan said, they've done again more recently. But they've only really done it up to the armpit. I think if they did it like this, it'd be like a bit of a treat for people. I think, I'm a big fan of it. I don't like the fact that the crest is minuscule. But obviously I know that's just an era thing. It's like, who do you support there, mate? But yeah, is it Fulham or is it
Manchester?
What's going on, man? Oh, but at least it's got a football club on it, which is nice.
Oh,
yeah.
But
yeah, really like it. I think it's just properly clean. And if obviously you had one now that fit, it'd look class. Big gold chain, get your love rug out of the collar there, Dan. And mate, you'd be in all sorts of clubs. There we go.
Put it away. Pre-watch.
I throw a pigskin quarter mile back in '82.
I have no idea what he meant. It sounded perfect, Dan. Thanks.
Bit of Napoleon
thanks,
Dynamite for you.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Dom, for your thoughts on that shirt. Well, let's go to Stan and finish off this one with Stan. And it was your 6th place shirt, Stan.
Uh-huh.
So what is it about this shirt that really appeals to you?
You touched on it already. It's the simplicity, but it is the detail of the stripes down the sides. You mean, it's like it's because again, it's the uniqueness because I haven't seen it been done before. You mean, not in the United kit anyway. But obviously, you alluded to back. It was done on the 2017 black kit, like but with the weird. Anyway, that black kit that would have made the top 10. But for the Chevrolet logo, but here, because it is so simple and the stripes there, it just looks cool. It looks like there's something cool about it that none of the other kits have, and that's why it's quite high up.
Is there almost that part, Stan, as well? From my knowledge of Man United, early '80s wasn't exactly the bright shining time for United. Am I right in saying that?
Well, that's right. Yeah, it's before Fergie joined, and like we were only winning cup competitions, really.
Yeah. So is it almost like where there is that almost? It's almost like every time you see an image of it, it's almost like scratch. Oh, what's that? Because it's not something you thrust down all the time. Maybe it's that sort of Sing to it.
Well, for me, it is nostalgia. You mean, it's purely because because this is kind of around the era I was actually starting to become a United fan. You see, it was like 80, 81, 82. I was like 8 years old, 8, 9 years old, and like I hadn't really developed the fascination for kits yet, but it takes me back to to that time, when I was growing up. And a lot of the kits do that for me. It has been a nostalgia trip, and this one is definitely kind of part of the nostalgia trip for me.
Yeah, that's the best thing about football kits. So I'm always interested to know when you think of kits when you was a child, obviously.
Yeah.
What player springs to mind then when you think?
This kit.
Really like, yeah.
Probably like Martin Buchan or Gordon McQueen actually. They're the ones, they're the old school kind of like United defenders of the 80s. Even Joe Jordan, it would be. I think Joe Jordan would have worn that one as well, actually.
So there we go then. Shirt number 8 is the 1980-82 away shirt, 22 points overall. Let's get into shirt number 7. And I think this is the one Stan wants to talk to me about the most. As with 23 points overall from our rankers. It is this. Ooh. Oh, yeah. 2023, 24. Manchester United away shirt. I mean, what can I say? I'm obviously a secret. I think the last time I was on, I was slating it when Stan was on, and he actually said on Twitter, he said, "I'll come back on to defend it." And well, now I don't need to because I'll be right there where you stand. Because I've
you turned.
Yeah. I mean, don't take much, just. So far, I went and got the star ball and everything on it, and Bruno on the back and all this. So fully gone in. Right, let's go through the rankers out here then. Let's see what they've got to say about it. Jay had this one in 5th place, and he's done a little video on it as well. He says 1 stripe away from being a worldie kit this season. Jay says if you take the white and red off the sleeves, so the Adidas stripes can breathe, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It makes it too crowded. Go and check Retro Football Kits YouTube. Jay's done a video where he corrects some of the kits from this season. This is one of them. And you can see exactly what it is that he does. And Sean had this one in 9th place. Let's go through the rankers that are here. Let me remember where I was. Who did I start with last time? I finished standing there, so I would have started with 1, 2, 3. So I'm trying to think. Dom, back to you.
Yeah.
Start with you on this one, I think.
Mate, love
it.
So,
Dom, you had this one in... Sorry, mate. I'm sorry. Let me just do a bit of an intro. So, Dom, you had this one in 8th place overall on your list. Tell us why.
Oh, look, I do really, really like it. And I think I was one of the first converts. So this cult that we're all in now, where we were all pushed against it originally, I was like, no, I'd never be a part of that. I'm not getting naked in a field. Whereas now people are joyfully shedding anything they've got on just to get their hands on one of these. I went down to Old Trafford to pick a long sleeve one up because I once had seen a couple of the more leaked photos. The additional stripes with the free stripes in the long sleeve look weird and rubbish but gorgeous. So yeah, I think with that, when I got it, I had it in the bag and I was heading back into town, and I was literally laughing to myself looking at it because I realized how much I just did actually really like it. I got home and I tried it on. I was looking in the mirror just going, I did not expect to like this much. And then obviously with the additional things around it, I think, I'm a mad fan of it now. And I just want us to get us some decent results in it.
Yeah, it's not been too good so far in the times that we've worn it. Obviously, if you don't know, I did a video on this channel basically saying, is this the worst Manchester United away shirt or Manchester United shirt of all time? To reveal that I had it, I'd kept it quiet. I literally bought it the day it come out. I still had to double down to say how much I hated it. People were tweeting me stuff. I was like, nah, fucking shit, I hate it. All the while waiting for it to get delivered. So I am massive hypocrite. And I have to say, I did it for a video. I bought it for a video thinking it'll be funny. People will laugh, going, "Oh, look at you, flip flop." And like Dom says, it turned up, and I was like, "Fucking hell, this is beautiful. This is absolutely stunning." Obviously, and I'll come to you on this and ask you about this now. So obviously, it was your 9th place shirt overall.
I mean, look, 9 is 9 from 100 different shirts. Yeah. But look, when I first saw it, when I tried it on, like when I modelled it, it was like when I saw myself in those photographs, I was like, "Whoa, this is nice." And sometimes you gotta try it on before you can actually judge a shirt. I just think the colours are great. I just like it's a lovely balance of colours. I mean, admittedly, it is a bit stripy, and I do admit, I do agree with some people's comments on the stripes, but at the same time, I like it. I like it as well. It's like it's one of those things where, I shouldn't like it, but I do like it. Like in on paper, if you write it down, it shouldn't work, but for me, visually, it does work for me.
At first, I was a bit mad as well at the black shorts, but now I've seen it with them socks, the black shorts.
Oh yeah, the socks are amazing.
Yeah, brilliant. Dan, let's finish off with you because, I mean, we clearly love it. You really love it. It was your number 1 shirt, mate.
Yeah. So many good points about this. Can you give me a couple of minutes? I just really want to go through it. Right. First off, you tell a 10-year-old boy growing up in just outside Portsmouth that you will literally first day have a countdown timer for when this gets launched on the Adidas website to get it sent in an authentic version, long sleeve, a Man United shirt. That kid will punch me in the face. But this, my God, there's so much good about it. I think it really captures a lot of things at a time, like that are right now. I think it's a breakaway from anything United have ever had. And what you're talking about, the third kits are now break. They do the home, which is always safe, the away, which would be a little bit off, but within the palette, and the third, which is usually, or it should be, like a bit fucking out there. This is a total and utter sort of original thing for Man United. I think it really is brilliant. I think it captures into a lot of the sort of like the sort of super glam hyper realities that people have now with like Instagram, where you got like kids, like it's sort of like Instagram Dubai, super premium, wearing around Supreme and Balenciaga, I don't know what that is, Balenciagas and all this stuff, Valentino and all this. I think it's tied into that sort of Gucci color scheme. It's just literally ripped off their palette. I totally get what he means about the stripes down the arm, because a lot of the other stuff that Adidas had this year, it basically got to the arms, and it's almost like you've got a chest plate and then you've got a separate thing on the side, which is quite traditional for Adidas. Whereas I think they've really gone down that maximism sort of extra sort of feel to it. And in standard spec, which I don't think should ever exist, but it's awful. But in the authentic, you get the real qualities in it. You get that lovely little shimmer running through, which it needs. It's got to be. It's almost the glitter. It's the gold that and Gucci would give you. I just love it. The overlap collars, the feel of the fabric on the collar, on the long sleeve, you've got the cuff. It's got lovely tape. The fit on it is unbelievable. The typeface for team viewer, and the fact it's big, it's fucking hilarious. I mean, why for the player shirts they've made the team viewer even bigger is nonsense for me. I think it just breaks the band.
I'm going to say, the way it's got the missing piece on the
again, it's about what's going on. This comes into the whole brand disrespect for the support thing that I think there's out there at the moment, where you've got you're poor, IE, you can have this shit version. Then there's it's the authentic, it's what the players get that they actually never wear, because as you can see, you've got this, I think, and also the labelling is different. So actually, the only it's not why there's 3 tiers of shirt is disgusting anyway. But that's another thing. all the finishes, like the Adidas, the way they manufacture their heat press badges with that, they put loads of little textures into it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then socks. Yeah, honestly, out of all the ones you picked, and I'm a big fan of Manchester United away kits. I don't have any United home kits. Right, I have no desire at all. But this is unbelievable. The snowflake, the 92 sort of Manchester thing. I think this is just something really new we're seeing here, and I think it's absolutely brilliant, mate. Yeah, never would have queued up.
Shout out to the font, the typeface on it as well, the name set with the red around the numbers and that. It's
just so class, isn't it?
It's just beautiful. Might as keep
it
this
I love the way you're showing the love. It's good.
No, it's good. Yeah, sometimes you just got to just hold your hand up and say, this is brilliant. And it's truly brilliant. I think this is going to stand. It's like you say, it's a converter, because as soon as you see it, you have an idea of a kit. You're like, oh, that kit's fucking mint. I can't wait to get my hands on it. You get your hands on it, and it's like you put it on, you feel, oh, this is pony. It's a bit wank. It kept getting better. I was like, put it on. I wear it around the house. I'll never wear it. And to make it even better, this is your least successful ever kit you've ever worn. You've not won a game yet, have you? It's everything. It's everything I could ever want. It's just the.
At least we look good getting battered.
Mate, look at that. Look at that projection. Look at the sadness in the eyes of Bruno Fernandes. Look at that. Is that Garnacho? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Right, because obviously I'm not a Man United fan, so I can just view this purely aesthetically. I've got no nostalgia stuff towards it. Oh, just look at the sad faces. Casemiro looking so dejected, he's thinking, oh, what's Tony Cruz's boots? Look at these. Oh, God. I mean, Lindelof doing an Aaron Maguire impression, strolling off. For some reason, he's got red boots. But it looks great. I think it's almost like if this had loads of pictures of them going, yeah, this is, I hate it. It feels real. It's football I know. It's defeat.
Yeah, that's true. One more little surprise for everyone. Everyone may have noticed Stan has got a beautiful jacket on. If you want to see it a bit, no, don't you worry, Stan. You can stay where you are, mate. I can just put that one for you, mate. You know what I mean? Look at that. Sexy man. What a man. What a man.
Are you on Grindr? Can I set up a meet?
You made me blush.
Well, where do we move on? Swap numbers after the show, guys. You have to worry about Grant.
Honestly, that looks fantastic. That is unreal. Unbelievable.
Anyway, there we go. It's the Manchester United 23-24 away shirt, and it's come 7th on our list this week. We're on to shirt number 6, and with 28 points from our rankers, it is this. It's the home shirt, the away shirt we just seen not long ago, the 1980-82 shirt from Manchester United and Adidas on Stan's list. We'll start with Stan on this one, and it was your 4th place shirt, Stan. Again, it's similar to the home shirt a lot. The away shirt we saw a lot. Is it just one that just reminds you of going to watch United as a young?
No, it's the first kit I ever had. That's why it's there. And admittedly, I did this on purpose, but if the blue one was, I would have picked the blue one as well in the top 10. Yeah. But because I wanted to get more different styles in, because the away style is slightly different, you see, obviously with the black stripe. But I think for me, this is this is classic United for me. If you just ask me to kind of illustrate a Man United player off the top of my head, you'll end up wearing that kit basically. So that's why, it was. But it was my first kit that I bought. That one my parents bought me, and I still love it. I still wish I had it. And I still wish. I think they reissued it a few years ago. I'm so pissed off that I didn't actually buy the reissue. But hey, one of them.
One thing I'd like to ask you, because it's one thing that's annoying me recently, and I'd like to get your take on it. Is this obsession Adidas are having at the moment with having United red and black rather than red and, because I think of United it's red and white. on home shirts. Obviously, the one Dom's got is red and black, but Adidas seems to be doing it a little bit too recently. Where it's like they're giving Arsenal red and white, or United red and black on home shirts. For you, is it annoying? And this is what it should be: red and white on the home.
Well, yeah, I definitely feel red and white is. But no, but the thing is, like, as long as they've got black somewhere, like on the socks, that just balances it all out. You mean, if the game was just pure white socks, I'd be well gutted. But like, it's the black that gives it the extra. Obviously, it's not in the kit, but it doesn't matter if you look in the whole outfit.
Yeah,
you know, this is called full kit rankers. You know, it's kind of like you got to kind of the black socks make the whole kit really.
Yeah, of course. I remember that one. Was it 17-18 when it was the black home shorts? They did the stupid PR about it being a train lines.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Come on. Worst United shirt of all time, by the way, I have to say. And I'm not going to flip flop on that, guys. Let me tell you. I'm not going to end up looking at that one. No chance. Dan, let's come to you on it, mate. And it was your 8th place shirt. Again, it's you don't like it floppy, do you? That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I don't like it floppy. I like them hard. Good sleeve cuffs. If actually this was, do you remember like in '83 as well? Just after obviously World Cup '82, Adidas went to a lot less when like the round neck and the little overlaps and the V's started to come in. Everything just looked a little bit more athletic. They almost shed that Sunday League. Here's some stuff we've got and we start to badge on for it. It started to look more like, right, we're at it, we're athletes. Okay, we drink 20 pints on Friday night and go out on Saturday and play top division football. But, you know, at least we're looking better. I think for me, it's just the fluffy collar. I think it's and maybe like Stanley might just be not too, I was 84, so you're not too much older maybe than me. But it's like, I suppose it's like, it is your era for where you came into it. For me, it's almost getting rid of those, shed it. I like the stripes on the arm, but equally, yeah, I think if they had the stripes go on the inside, like the white kit, going down to the shorts, you've got that interchangeable thing. I always like interchanging kits. So, yeah, I just think if that went down the side, it would just look a little bit more modern, a bit more interchangeable. But yeah, once you see United come out with some sort of black on the kit, you know it's business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, it's just when they got black on the shirt. I think it's got the black stripes. It should be white. It's just a bugbear of mine, unfortunately. Dom, let's finish off with you the rankers that are here, and this was your 6th place shirt. I mean, again, it's just you look at that picture, especially, and you even said it yourself. Just Manchester United, that in every form.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, red, white, and black. But I think I've always preferred, and it's just because I think it looks more intimidating, it looks more like dominating when we wear like red with like a lot of black. So the 94 home shirt you've got on is my favorite ever United home shirt. Like this season's home shirt reminds me of that one that you're wearing, and I think it just looks a bit more aggressive. Obviously, I know that like European nights we'd be, you know, red, white. But if you ask me for a preference, I'd say the more black on it, the better for me, because it'll still have white on there, but I just think it looks just a bit more mean. But yeah, I'm not against us having more black on our shirts now. But this perfect accompaniment, and as Dan said, that kind of interchangeability between a home and away, I think is absolutely key. And this is the perfect accompaniment to the away that we saw earlier. I just think it's just classy as fuck, unlike me.
You said it, mate. You know what? I'm actually going to be a bit of a hypocrite. You talk about this. This is my favorite United shirt of all time. I mean, you know, it just reminds me of being a kid and being in love with Cantona and all them. But the change shorts to that, the black shorts to that home shirt are better than the white ones. The red and white little stripes on them. Oh my god, fantastic! But no, it has to be red, white, and black as a home shirt for me. But there we go. Sean had this one in 2nd place. I'd be interested to know why. It's probably because he was a United fan and he just decided to go to Stockport for some weird reason. And Jay had this one in 7th place. I'm glad I didn't say this before or use have waxed lyrical about it, because he's just a home kit, but the collar is nice. I wouldn't agree with that. So there we go with that one. It's the 1980 to 82 home shirt, and it has come 6 on our list this week. Moving on to shirt number 5, and with 29 points, it is this. Dom's got it on. It's the 2009-2010 home shirt for Manchester United. Bringing back the chevron. The season after Ronaldo left as well. The rankers that aren't here, Sean had this one in 5th place, and Jay had this one in. Where did Jay have this one? Jay had this one in. All right, Jay had this one in 8th place. He's just not a huge fan of the chevron, he says. The rankers that are here, Dan, let's start this with you, my friend. And it was 4th place for you. Just reminds you of Mike Lowe and Gabriel Obertan, isn't it? That's what it is. That's what it is.
Gabby Heinster. It's you know what? It's one of my favourite United kits. I think it's one of the most unique home strips you had. AIG. It's got a semi-amount of symmetry to it. It's got this board. If it was just AIG letters like Tottenham, whatever they have, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, it just looks AIA. Just looks lost all the time. Just like you slap 3 letters on. This looks like something's framed up. Downside to it is the Man United badge. It's just those sewn-on patch things. And if it was just the cutout put on there and you didn't have that overlap and it was just neat, wow, what a kit that would have been. In order with the Celtic one this year, that anniversary kit where they've still managed to break the band, it's like you had one fucking job. How big does it need to be? Steve, is that in centimetres or inches? It's double metric imperial. Steve, I'm getting up. What do you mean you're breaking up? Oh, just it must be in centimetres. It must be. Oh shit, it's fucking wrong. And that is how this happened. You didn't need this. Like, I know it's cheap. It's manufacturing. It's like our Nike would have thought how to do it, but Christ's sake, we had one job. Brilliant kit, all interchangeable. Did you have blue and black?
Yeah.
The black chevron with the blue kit. Man, I can't go wrong. And was the white a chevron as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Was it
all 3 were the chevron? Yeah.
Were they all black chevron? Did the white one have a red chevron?
Oh, is it black?
White one.
Yeah, white had red.
Goalkeeper one. Yeah, the white shirt with red chevron.
That's the harder one to find, isn't it? The white one.
The goalie one. Yeah.
No, I just love that. I love that interchangeability. Like Macron had been doing like smash out in the park with like Crystal Palace like that for a while. A little bit with sort of Sampdoria maybe, but this, I had a lot of time. And even when Michael Owen scored that last minute winner against City in this, that was still good. It was this season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. God, I was angry that day.
It does look good.
Yeah, mad.
Right,
great kit. What a team. Fucking hell. I mean, I know you lost Ronaldo by that point, but Jesus, wet. Christ, great. Yeah, good.
Only lost the lead by an offside goal. Didier Drogba scoring an offside goal at Old Trafford. I remember it. I don't think I've ever forgotten. VAR would rule that right off nowadays. And we would have won the league. Did we lose the league at that point?
Yeah. Can we backdate VAR to like 1989 as well? Is that right?
You go ahead.
Because I remember Gary Neville assassinating a West Brom attacker one year. And I think he got given a foul against the West Brom player. But
We'll phone Dermot Gallagher for you, mate. See if he knows anything, I guess. Dom, you're wearing it, mate. So let's go to you next on it. It's 4th place on your list. I mean, one sticky point for me: the shorts aren't as good, and I think they're very boring. And the socks for what is a beautiful shirt. For you, I mean, you got it on. It's fantastic. What you thought?
Yes. So I really liked the whole range in essence, because it was this and what was the away with the black base and a blue chevron. I love that as well. It just screams Patrice Evra to me. But the goalkeeper shirt should have been the away shirt, because that was more of a nod to a shirt from our history as well, and why it was reserved for just a keeper shirt that I think only got worn once in a friendly or something. And it was Ben Foster as well. Van der Sar didn't even wear it. Who was it? Kushak as well. Did we have at the time?
Pompey legend.
Yeah, it didn't get worn, and I love the fact that it was across all of the kits basically. But yeah, it's just a bit of a stinker that they didn't use the white with the red chevron. But I disagree on the socks. They've got a chevron on the back of them. The shorts, but I like the fact that just to kind of mirror the block across the shirt, they have got a quite a thick stripe down either side of the shorts as well. So yeah, I think I really like this range at the time, and I still like it now.
Just a quick one, boys. On the short front, Adidas are really good at transitioning shirts into shorts and having that, and almost they treat it as a real garment, a kit element. Nike, I always think of like serial shit short makers. Do you know what I mean? So they always seem to have like, do you know what I mean? Like they always they view it as it's an independent garment, not an adjoining independent garment. Do you know what I mean? So they don't sort of look at it as a whole and independently, like just go, you want to do some shorts there, Steve? Yeah, no worries. What are you up to? Kits, I think. You know, it's like chips in the night. But I don't think they ever correlate very well. So,
well, Nike did do for the, I think from 2020 or 21, where like even on the England shirts, it had the stripe down the side, but it broke like halfway down, looked like a bit of a lightning bolt. They did that so that it kind of, when it did join the shorts and there was a stripe on those, it was that they were aware there were going to be breaks in the material, so they did that so as that it would kind of line up a little better. But yeah, they still look shit.
Yeah, Nike. It's almost like the guy did the shorts and the overall sign off from like the mid to late 90s. Left around about, I don't know. Well, even at World Cup 2002, they were still good, and after that, it just seems like he retired in 2004, and that was it.
Feel sorry for Steve. He's getting pure stick this tonight. The England shorts, he's fucked up. What was the one before? He got wrong.
Steve and his signal. It's like your Wi-Fi.
All right. And what if I said to you? I've done to you, bastard. Stan, let's finish off with you on this one. And it was your 5th place shirt. Again, this shirt will probably get always remembered for this game, I'm guessing. Do you agree with that?
Possibly, but it also reminds me that we didn't actually win anything that season, which is disappointing. But the main reason why I picked it as my favorite is because it is again a different. There's the uniqueness of having that chevron on there. I'm like, I picked it mainly for that reason, and also I think Berbatov looks cool in it. I think it's there's Berbatov never looked better in that kit, as far as I'm concerned. And I love Berbatov at the time too. So I think they're the main reasons why I picked it as one of my favourites. Yeah, it's just the simplicity of it as well. I like bold and out there, but the simplicity of this really works for me.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I should have got a picture of him with the long sleeves and the black gloves. He did wear it nice, I have to say.
Sorry, Aaron. The only thing I kind of missed on this was that we didn't have, for European competitions where we will wear red, white. We didn't have a version of this just for European competition that was a white chevron. I think that would have looked class.
Yeah. With the black collar.
Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe.
All right.
I was going to say what else? Yeah. Sorry, lads. Just one more thing. It's just like, do you remember sort of like the Total 90 era, the Team Geist era, where kits had these crazy like curves and all the just mentalness? This 2009 was the start of Nike's rejection of that styling, and they went to like sort of crisp. And for me, and Adidas went with it, and it sort of culminated around about 2012, 2014 time, where everything was just really crisp. The tailoring was great. It started to, for me, it's when kits started to get good again. That sort of mid to late 2000s was awful, and then it gets to now, and for me, it gets to where I like kits to be. There
we go then. The Manchester United 2009-2010 home shirt, 5th on our list this week with 29 points. Moving on to number 4 with 30 points. It is this. It's the Manchester United 1975-1980 away shirt. And the rankings aren't here. Sean had this one in 4th place, and Jay had this one in third, and he says, looks like an Adidas kit, but it's Admiral. Love the lines and dash of red. Stan, let's start with you on this one. And
well, this kit, this totally reminds me of just kind of like of when I was a little baby, basically, and that was just kind of when I was a baby, about 4 or 5 years old, and that's what it reminds me of the FA Cup finals in the 70s, basically. Yeah. But the thing about this kit is, it's like the 3 stripes there. Over the years, I don't know the full history of it all. Every now and again, you'll have a kit that's got 4 stripes down the side. Yeah. Also another weird one is like sometimes you have the badge and the spot and the logo and the manufacturers the other way around. And sometimes the badge is down here and the sponsors here. It's kind of like it's really weird. It's like. But like they also changed the badge as well a few times. They experimented with the badge a few times, like with that kit as well. And that badge is the one that I do prefer, where the more modern version of it all of it. But I think again it's like it reminds me of back in the day, but also it's quite unique in the sense that there isn't another kit that has the stripes down the side. I love. Like Lyon's current kit this season and some of the Paris Saint-Germain away kits that they've always got a stripe down down one side. It's just kind of that asymmetry just works really well, I think, and it's underused like in United kits.
Do you think that now we're back with Adidas, it's the perfect time to redo this? Even with those cuffs as well on the long sleeve.
I reckon they should try it. Yeah, I reckon if it's not breaking any kind of like copyright laws or whatever or plagiarism, they should definitely bring a kit out like that.
I don't think I'd be worried about that.
Well, if Adidas can bring out Nike's lightning bolts for Arsenal every season, I think we should be okay. But it was your third shirt. But I have to say, again, a little bit before my time, this shirt. But thinking back to when I was a kid, it's one of them shirts you just see it and you think, okay, Man United straight away. Like I remember, was it the late 90s we were getting linked to Admiral again, like leaving Umbro and getting linked to Admiral. And I think this was the picture they shown all the time of like kits that United would maybe have if we went to Admiral. And I was like, a teenager, I want Nike. Can Admiral? What are they? Can Admiral? Give me Nike. Because you were sick of seeing Arsenal with these Nike kits with the training gear. Like, give me a bit of Nike. Come on. Let's go to you, mate, on this one. And it was 9th place, which I guess going off the theme of the show is to be expected with a floppy collar, yeah?
Yeah, it does. I do love the sleeve cuffs, though. That's the one for me. The asymmetry side of things, it's in around the same sort of time. Pompey had one as our away kit, where we had 2 stripes coming down. I think they randomly changed. Sure about it. They changed Pompey's home kit to white with blue stripe, like this sort of layout. It's when people just try and. It's the first time really kit design wanted to be just trying stuff. Sampdoria have this quite a lot. This asymmetry off to one side, and they bring it back. So this year's 3rd kit in black has it. Obviously, it works for Samp because we've got the blue Giando down there. They did it in I think the first time was like for Samp was I think in the 80s, definitely 88. And then they just keep chopping it in every now and then, so it does sort of come back, and they do it as a sash. For me, it's just the 3 stripes off to one side, and that sort of era. Again, never get on with it, but great cut, love it.
I was kind of wondering when he was going to get to this shirt. I think around the whole football shirt encyclopedia there before we got to this. Cheers, old Dan.
Sorry, but what's the historical reference? Is this like some shirt? Is this a normal white side game, or am I just?
No, this is before normal white side. It's like normal white side would have been about 7 years old when this came out. This is like it's the 75, 76 centenary kit.
Yeah.
Right.
So nothing to do with normal white side. Unfortunately for him, I guess he would like. I'd like to be a part of it. Dom, let's finish off with you. 5th place on your list, but as a lover of someone who likes his collars to match his cuffs, I reckon you love this for that. And if we were to bring it back out, I think you'd be all over them doing this again, yeah?
Mate, I think it's a gold mine, and I can't see what restrictions they would potentially have, but I know the sponsor, if it was Team Muir, would kind of break it up a bit, and that would irk me somewhat. So depending on, obviously, if we're getting a new sponsor, if they did want to refer back to this, it's one of the easiest jobs in football for a designer. If you're working for Adidas, for United, you go through some references, look back at all the shirts, go buzzing. That's me. That's me done. I can whack this in and then go to the pub. But yeah, like as Stan had said, obviously with the red Admiral badge, I prefer it in that colour. That's got a different badge to the one that's on the first shirt. But those kind of little quirks are great when you're picking up older shirts, because none of them really match, because they weren't really made for commercial purposes en masse as they are now. But yeah, I think the fact that they are able to have the 3 stripes, but we would all go Adidas immediately. Same as like O'Neill's and them having the ability to have the GAA shirts, like 3 stripes. It looks fake, but it's not. But it's just one of those mad quirks where I think if they did it now, if the sponsor didn't fuck it up completely, everyone would be all over it.
Yeah, no, I massively agree. It's also noticeable on the sleeve, on the sleeve. It's like only 2 stripes. It's just you see something new every time. It's like, them shirts you've been got now, and every pattern's different on the shirt.
Yeah,
it's just like one of those, isn't it? I think Norwich 3rd shirt this season has done something like that. Like if you get one, no one's the same. So if you drop yours in the changing room, it's definitely mine, mate. Mine's only got the 2 stripes on the cuffs.
Yeah, mine's got the United badge on the back, mate. That's mine.
Shit, Man United badge is falling off. Jeez, give me it back. It's definitely my one.
That's Scaramanga's nipples, isn't it?
Anyway, this is the Manchester United 75-80 away shirt in several different variations. Coming forth on our list, 30 points overall from our rankers. Right, shirt number 3 with 31 points, and is this a contentious one? We're going to chat about it, especially with Dom, because you noticed something about it. But we'll get into it right now. And it's this. It's when it finally wants to bloody piss off and come on. It's this. It's the Manchester United 82, the 83 home. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's the Manchester United 84-86 home shirt. There's 2 shirts close together with the same numbers. Anyway, our rankers aren't here. Had this in 6th place for Sean, and Jay had it in. Where did Jay have this one? He had it in. And in 4th place, he says, quite unique. I love the collar and centralized logos. Who did we start with last time? Was it Stan we started with, wasn't it? I think. Yeah. So, Dan, let's kick it off with you. I think you mentioned earlier Adidas later on in the 80s started with those sort of V-necks. Is this one of those shirts you were talking about? You had it in, where did you have this one, mate? You had it in 6th place on your list.
Yeah, I had it below the zebra kit just because that's fucking mental. Yeah, I did like this kit. It's just a bit odd with the badges on the sleeve. Pompey had one in the same sort of period, and a lot of clubs went to this. A lot of Umbro stuff had V-neck. Lots to like. Not totally the orientation, but yeah, it's good, and it's such a great red. It's a really fucking bang red, sleeve cuffs, brilliant. Yeah, lot to like about it, but I think there are better ones in the list that came above it for me.
Fair enough. Dom, come to you now again. Something we were both alive when this come out. So this is one of the first shirts we maybe not have owned, but is in our lifetime. And I think they brought it out not too long ago. Reissued this one a while back. Adidas. You had it in 7th place though, but I mean, some shirts slap you in the face when you think about United in your lifetime. This is probably one of the ones you think of as a home shirt, right?
Yeah, just because it's such a departure from how a shirt is ordinarily made up. Obviously, having the Adidas logos on the sleeves and on both sleeves, obviously we were normally used to just seeing one, if any. I think the kind of performance element that Dan alluded to earlier is that obviously once you got rid of those kind of floppy collars, and then even this weird, block of white looks like, it's made for a bit more movability. And like it's just like, well, I don't really get too drawn to it. I appreciate it for what it is as a standalone shirt, but I think for me it's maybe a bit too far removed from a traditional United home shirt. Again, it's something that Adidas could do, could quite easily block out a bit of white on a home shirt in the near future, and everyone obviously would reference this. But I think there's much better home shirts for me, past and present.
If you take that white strip out and just have a bit of black piping around the shoulder, that's it, mate. Yeah, let's just take the white off it. That would have been right for this instead.
I quite like the white. Dom, quick one then. So obviously, with Adidas being on the sleeves, if they were to bring this back out and they were to do it similar, would you like it with the, obviously Adidas just have the 3 stripes now without the text? If you have them 2 on the 2 sleeves, what would you, obviously you probably won't be able to have it now because of sponsors and league patches. But do you think that would be different having it on the patch on the sleeve?
I think having the stripes would muddy it a bit. I'd like to see the same kind of block of white, but then like the Adidas logo. Maybe if they were to centralize it, not with a V-neck because it would push everything much too far down, or even in its normal place on the right right chest. I think it'd be enough of a nod to what is held in quite high esteem from a lot of United fans. So I don't think it'd take too much to represent this kit as a future kit, but I wouldn't like to see too much more going on the sleeves, because obviously they'd have patches and sponsors on there anyway, so it'd all get a bit chaotic around there.
It would. Stan, let's come to you. It was your number 1 shirt this week, mate. Just your favorite United shirt.
Yeah, purely because of again nostalgia. It's like I remember when we won the 1985 FA Cup. This was the kit that we wore. And it always reminds me of that. I think it's the happiest I've ever been as a United fan as a kid. It was just that late goal after being 10 people, having a player sent off and then Norm Whiteside scoring a goal in extra time. It's like never lost my shit more than that moment. You know what I mean? And that moment will always, that kit will always remind me of that moment. You see, and that's the reason why it's number 1. But also, I think it's. There's a uniqueness about this kit again that you've alluded to before, and also the Adidas on the side, they're massive. And I like the old trefoil logo. I mean, I love the trefoil logo. It's like I wish they'll bring it back personally, but to have it massive on the sleeves, I love it.
Look at it on the sock as well.
Yeah, on the sock, it's fantastic. Honestly, I like the fact even on the long sleeves, it's still at the same place, like just near the elbow as well. We can just see there on Gordon. Fantastic. What a shirt. Dan, finish off for you on this one, my friend. 6th place for you overall. I'll start with you, didn't I? I did.
Yeah, you done me. I can redo it.
I'm tired today.
Okay, now I was going to say, you have got some delay on that Wi-Fi, haven't you?
I think, it's been a long day. Right. So there we go then. Shirt number 3 on our list this week, the Manchester United 84-86 home shirt, 31 points overall. Right, we've got 2 shirts left, and I'm not going to say I'm pleased to tell you, but we actually have a tie for first place this week. 2 shirts, both with 43 points overall. I mean, that's mad. We've had some shirts tied for first before, but I think that's the highest score for two teams or 2 shirts tying for first place. Right now, do it sort of alphabetically, or if a shirt was worn first. I've literally picked my favorite to be number 1, so you're going to see that second out of the 2. So sorry, Stan. I know it's your list, mate, but I apologize.
Sure.
I said be a little bit self-indulgent, obviously. So the first one we're going to see with 43 points is the 1983 home shirt. Oh no, sorry, no, I need to stop. Because
What is that?
let's go back.
Thought that off.
Right. So listen, right. So there was something contentious about this shirt, right? So
I wonder what it is.
So if you look at this shirt, right? So this is the shirt I actually sent out to the other 4 rankers, and I got it from Footy Kit Archive, right? So you would assume on there,
Sure, one cold kid.
It would be legit because I looked through the 2 seasons, and this is the only shirt they've got. They've not going further down. They don't have any other version of it. So I sent it out, and then Dom, obviously, rightly straight away was like, "What the fuck is this, mate?" And sent me the proper picture. I was like, I'll be honest, it was Sunday. I just grabbed it straight from Footy Kit Archive and sent them out to everyone. So then on the picture from Footy Kit Archive, it actually says where it comes from, and it's a website called Classic Kit or Classic Shirts or something like that. So I've gone on the website. I'll give you all a guess. Dom, you know. How much do you think they're selling this shirt for? I'll just have a random guess, Stan and Dan. How much do you think they're selling this shirt for?
£12.
This specific layout.
This actual shirt, as it appears there, how much is it listed on their website for?
Oh, it's probably going to be like just free, but shipping's £5.
Oh yeah.
Where's the
No, I don't know, £22.73 with the exchange rate.
£300 is on the website for.
With one of the first examples of like aftermarket mods, like why hasn't it got the Sharp actual logo on it? And then why have they proceeded to add one in a completely different font?
Yeah, I mean,
what?
£300.
Yeah, look at the font.
So if you
go back to the proper one, there you go. That's the Sharp we all know and love. Oh.
That's listed on a website for £300.
Wow,
that actual shirt. Surprisingly, it's not sold. So
have you discovered a rift in the time continuum of the internet? And basically, this is a website from 3 million years in the future with the inflation value taken into account, and you just see it into it.
Well, I did go to work in my DeLorean today, so maybe that
knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it. Philadelphia project, isn't it?
But that was the contention that me and Dom discussed today. But there we go. A shirt being sold on a site for £300 that looks nothing like the original. I mean, there we go. Right, let's move on to shirt. We've got 2 shirts. No, I'll chop that bit up actually. Bang. Right, shirt number 1 that you're going to see first, 43 points overall. It is this. It's the 82-83 Manchester United home shirt. Another fantastic, beautiful shirt that we've been treated to from Adidas back in the 80s. The rankers aren't here. Sean had it in 3rd place, and Jay, it was his 2nd place shirt. This is classic Man United, in my opinion. Everything United kit is supposed to be: red, white, and black accents. Adidas and Sharp. He's not wrong. He's absolutely not wrong. Let's start with Dom. We'll kick it off with you on this one, mate. It was your 2nd place shirt. Only one beaten out for you. Again, another one that's been sort of redone and everything. And you think of the 15-16 shirt, I think was taken from this. It is just beautiful, right?
Mate, the first like shirt sponsor we had, and this version of it with the electronics underneath, and as Sean says, red, white, and black. I think that kind of feeds really well into our identity as well. So he's mirrored and is not obtrusive like most sponsors are and can be, even though it's slightly high up. The V-neck, obviously, it's not my favorite version of a collar, but this, I'm so glad that I put it 2nd, and obviously it's joint first because I was properly torn between this and the shirt that's come first. Yeah. That shirt that you're wearing is my favorite United shirt of all time, just because everything that it evokes for me. However, the away version of this is my one and only Grail shirt. The white version of this with the pinstripes through it, Sharp electronics on it, and FA Cup winners 1983. We've been born in 1983. That's the one shirt. If they said, well, you have to get rid of everything else in your collection, you can only have one, I'd have that one, even though that one's actually my favorite, just because it's probably more attainable as well. But this is just absolute class.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, mate. Stan, let's come to you. Similar to Dom, third person to have it in second place as well. I mean, again, it's just going to bring nostalgia flooding back to you, I guess. With
but also, the size of the sponsor here, that's and the size of electronics. I just loved how big it is. But also, the actual promo shots for this shot for this year are just second to none. Look at that.
It's like they've been on the rob, haven't they?
Yeah, I know.
Been on a generation game.
The promo shots are just like,
Is one of them Neil Webb?
Neil Webb, no Neil Webb there. Norman Whiteside, Coppell, Frank Stapleton, Brian Robson, and Ray Wilkins.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. And obviously we bought a Sharp VHS video recorder on the back of that sponsorship.
Point of question, were they any good though? That's the important question.
As long as you press play, it was fine. And it worked. It didn't matter, really.
Fair enough. And what did you think when we did it? When we went back to Adidas in 2015?
Oh God, I was over the moon. It was in terms of footballing kit terms, happiest I've ever been. So yeah, it was
just ruined by Chevrolet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Dan, let's finish off with you then, mate. And it was third place for you. Like no one had it outside the top three, which tells you everything. For you, then, I mean, again, just proper quintessential 80s Adidas and United.
Yeah, lovely stuff. I think the only thing I probably would have changed on it would have had the maybe the Sharp and the electronics, both white, but with a little tiny like black border on it, like you had on the Snowflake kit, where had the little border thing going on.
Yeah.
And lower, like you say, I mean, you look in that picture, and I can see 3 different heights of everything straight away. So Sharamanga's nipples making an appearance here as well. So it was fun. Even if it had Sharp and then they had a little lot, like maybe like a black line and then white electronics underneath, I think that would probably have been top for me as well. Oh, just class. And you were saying about the away kit with the little pinstripe. Holland had the same thing. They had white shirt with the orange little pinstripe down on their stuff. I think they're 83, 84. And again, fuck me, so hard to find. Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Shirt number 2. Our joint first, actually, is the 82-83 home shirt, 43 points. And then the last shirt we've got to show you, again, joint first this week from our rankers, 10 shirts, loved by Stan Chow, Manchester United shirts. It's just, I mean, I'm so happy. This is why I picked it, because it's just, you'll know when you see it. You'll know. It's this one, and it's the 93-95 away shirt. I mean, it's just proper United, isn't it? You just look at it, it's just proper United. Size of that badge around the crest, he's just wet. That shield is massive. Let's go through the rankers. I mean, only 2 people didn't have it number 1. We'll say that straight away. Sean, number 1, because this was when he was a proper United fan. I know that for facts. And Jay had it number 1 as well. A beauty. He does say, though, only 90s kit on the list. Why, Stan? Love this kit.
Okay, I'll explain that.
The Umbro 90s-ness is everything, he says. So, yeah, let's go through the rankers that are here. Stan, we might as well start with you then, because you had it the lowest out of everyone. You had it in 7th place.
Yeah, well, it made it on because the reason why it made it onto my top 10 was because it was before the internet when it came out. So we heard about the new black kit, never actually saw it like beforehand.
Yeah.
And then when we first, I think it was against, I can't remember, it was against Forest, I think, when we first wore it. it was like, oh my God, we look so fucking mean. It's like, this was like, we look scary wearing this kit, you know? And, I just thought, like, that just blew me away because we never had black kit before.
No.
And it just blew me away, you know? But it would have been higher if it wasn't for the shield, to be honest with you. For me, the shield spoils it. But other than that, it's I know that, yeah. Sorry.
It's fine. It's your list, it's your choice.
I mean, look, imagine that kit without the shield. It'd just be a lot cleaner, you know. But it would have, but other than that, it would have been higher as well. And but there's something about Umbro kits though, like which is why there's only one Umbro kit on it. It's like the fit on all the Umbro kits, they're a bit too baggy, and it just didn't. I bought one Umbro kit when I was younger, and when I wear it, it just kind of like it just doesn't. It's just felt like I'm wearing a poncho or something. You know,
wearing your dad's.
Yeah,
you'll grow into it, son.
They're so baggy. It was just kind of like, you mean I didn't like the feel of most of the 90s kits, to be honest with you.
Fair enough. That's fair.
But that made it on just purely because it looked mean.
Yeah, Jay. So have that. He's got a reason. Right. You probably weren't even born when this came out, son. So I don't think you were. Dan, second on your list, mate. It's just beautiful, isn't it? That's all I can say. It's beautiful, right?
This kit for me, oh my word! Just as a kid, there's just that period, 90 to 95, 6, where United just looked great in a way. It's just all of them were just ripper. I mean, this kit could like bust open a drug ring, but it won't do it by the book. You know, it's just so fucking Larry. I loved it. Again, even as a kid, I was like, that is so fucking Larry. And to top it off, Cantona assaulted someone in it. So look at that. That's like he's there. You know, he's doing there going, I'm gonna fucking chin him, and when he comes, when mate comes around, so I'm gonna reverse elbow, bang. I could just doing that. He was brilliant. And the little sprint. It's one of them eras where all the good facets and kits from like, you know, I know the fit side of things. I totally get what you mean there, Stan, as well. But in terms of like you've got like prints, you've got a bit of screen printing, you've got jacquard, you've got the foam press, you've got sewn on badges, you've got stiff collars, you've got everything. Everything was thrown at these kits. You've got so much value in so many areas. Fucking hell, love it.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. A couple of things I have to say about the shirt just before we finish off you, Donks. I know you'll have a lot to say about this shirt. One, I don't want to take it away from you, but I know you're going to mention it. The blue socks, absolutely beautiful. And I remember him wearing them against Swindon Town when he got sent off because he stamped on someone. Them socks always remind me of that with this kit. The second thing, I hate the fact that Adidas tried to, the 21-22 third shirt, tried to say that that shirt was a part of this because of the blue bits in the kit. Fuck off, Adidas. Absolutely not. What are you doing? Also, the reason why it's tarnished a little bit because this is one of two shirts my dad bought me when I was a kid. My dad didn't live with me. I was from a single parent home. Don't mock me or anything. So obviously to buy me a football shirt, he bought me this shirt with number 11 and the player who wore number 11. I won't mention his name on the back. Didn't fit, right? So my sister had to have it. Absolutely fucking fuming. I was. And it's the second one was the 97 to 99 away shirt. Again, the one we beat Arsenal in the FA Cup. Again, number 11 with that player on the back. Didn't fit. My sister had to have it. So I learned a lesson. Never get a shirt with that number 11 on the back. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, I bloody love it. It's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, like Dan said, he kicked a racist fan in it. So it's perfect. Dom, though, I mean, you know, we are a similar age. So born the same year. We grew up obviously loving this guy, you know, my idol in terms of football. This is the kit you probably remember him most in, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, if it's not him with a collar up in a home shirt, it's this and it's that incident. But that aside, this obviously with the regulation or rule change that then allowed a team to wear like a black shirt, is just, as Stan said, it's just mean. Like I remember thinking it was evil. Like it looks like it would be possessed. And think as with the joint top home shirt as well, with having that kind of dual kind of sponsor. This when I saw Sharp View Cam, I was like, oh, it just took it to another level for me. And as much as like most shirts will remind me of like a particular player or a particular result, this shirt genuinely reminds me of a particular street in Miles Platting, because one of my mates got it. And I remember immediately like hating him because I was like, "Oh my god!" The sheer amount of jealousy that I was overcome by was like I think I toyed with the idea of pushing him in the road. I was just like, "Why has he got that and I ain't got it?" And I remember being in a mood for a few days.
Do you know what's funny? Just not to cut you off, I felt the same about my sister, to be honest, after my dad had been.
I think your number 11 had those thoughts as well.
But yeah, I think let's leave that.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah,
that
might not
make
the edit. That might not make the edit. Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
I think with the yellow name set as well, and that that varsity print as well, which was just it was epic. And I think obviously like when they did like the Mean Machine film, and it was black with like the red kind of lettering as well. I think it just looks so imposing. And like I say, evil. I fell in love with it then. I still love it now. Even if the fit's not the best, buy it bigger. Like wear it. Just do what you can. Get it tailored for all I care. Just wear it because it's fucking stunning. I think the kind of stripes with the Umbro kind of double diamond broken up in between them as well. Like there, it's got the detail with the jock tag. With the Umbro at the bottom on the like near to the hem, and then it's even got like a little yellow tag on the actual seam on the side as well. It's just got loads of little bits, and like Dan said, what you get with this, you're absolutely getting your money's worth, and it's not that there were 12 different versions of it as well. So you're getting your money's worth, and I love that big shield as well. The fact that they had this like on the goalkeeper shirt as well. And then I only really didn't like him when they changed it to just like a circle around it. The shield on the one you've got that they had on like the blue and white. But yeah, love everything about it. It's got MUFC on the sleeve as well. I think on that side. Yeah, it's just got tons of little details. So yeah, adore it.
Couple more things, Dom, because it's two things you definitely agree with me with. The first one now has gone totally out of my head, so I need to try and think of that one. But one of them was another thing that kind of tarnishes this shirt is score draw. For some reason now, can't think of it. That's the score draw. I've killed this shirt. It's one of them ones that you see all the time. I'm sure you agree with that because you hate score draw just as much as me. I mean, not hate it, but you know. Also, as well, this picture just reminded me. Is it just me that thinks it shouldn't be worn with the sun? It needs to be a night game with the floodlights on. In fact, the sun is shining on it. Makes it look like weird. Like it needs to be in a stadium at night with floodlights on, kicking racist fans. That's where this kit needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Dan knows.
Yeah, 100%.
Mate, I just think you just need to.
But there we go. It's
now. Oh,
go on, Dan. Say it. Go on.
No, I just ruined your outro. No, I just say, like, you know, you want mean. You should only ever be allowed to get Keen and 16 on the back of it, and that is it.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Cantona was quite mean. Cantona was quite mean, as the racist fan found out. But we
won't.
Like
Roy was professionally horrible, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, he was evil on the pitch, which we could do with him now. To be fair, but there we go. There is our list. Shirt joint first. The 93 to 95 away shirt, beautifully worn by Eric Cantona. There has come sort of joint top analyst, like I say, of Stan's favourite Manchester United shirts. As always, my due diligence of showing the list. There it is. And everyone scores. I really do sit there and spend my Monday afternoon counting up people's scores on football shirts. But I won't have it any other way, guys. I won't have it any other way whatsoever. Thank you very much for stopping by and joining us. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the shirts that Stan has picked. Don't be kind on him. You don't have to have a go. I mean, you know, people have been. Dan has went to town on a couple of them, which is really mean face to face. But less said about that, the better. But let us know in the comments, like I say, any teams you think you'd like to see, and we can, if you want to come on yourself and represent your team with 10 of your favourite shirts, we'd absolutely love that. That's, you know, if you want to take over Dom, I'm happy for you to do that. Or, you know, maybe be here when Dom's here as well. But no, smash the like on the video as well. Subscribe to the channel and share it with your kit loving friends. We do love the community that we are building here at Talking Kit. We love the kit heads. That's what it's all about. We'll say goodbye to our guest, Dom. Thanks for stopping by as always, mate. It's been a good episode for us, being Manchester United fans, reminiscing over shirts of the greatest football club in the whole entire world. What have you got coming up? What can you tell people? Is there anything that you need to shout out or anything like that?
Yeah, I've unwittingly taken on a second job in retail, funnily enough. So yeah, I've been past couple of weekends spending some time at Stunner store in Manchester. So the guys, Serge and Paulina, have opened a physical shop. It's going really well. Class little independent store. I'll probably be in there if people are in Manchester and they pop in. But I've been kind of covering whilst they've been doing some work for Setanta and covering some games at Goodison and at the North London Derby as well yesterday. So, but being in the shop, speaking to people who love vintage shirts and just talking about football, it's saving me from going out and getting pissed on a Sunday.
Well, that's true. How many times do you go, well, I'm actually on a football kit podcast, guys, if you want to come and check me out?
Mate, I tell them, I've told them, I tell every single one of them. Same as whenever I'm championing anything to do with like Manchester or Stanchester United, we're big fans of as well. Obviously, if we're, you know, looking at stuff with Mary on, anything to kind of encourage that community element, I'm always keen to do. So being able to do that face to face with people is class.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, I fucking love you, brother. Thank you very much for spending some of your time over in Italy with us. I hope you have a safe time out there. Enjoy going to watch Sampdoria and stuff like that, and get back safe. And hopefully we'll see you soon. But anything you want to tell people? What's going on? You got anything coming up?
Shirts Boots 4 is in the planning. Manchester 18th of Liverpool 18th of Saturday 18th of May. So day before the final league game of the season. And I've just yes. And we need someone to do the program as well. So maybe someone's good at graphics, like a genius. No one knows anyone.
Send me an email, so I can do.
Done. But yeah, all you three come along. But it's going to be a bit more than just shirts versus boots. There's a bit more that's going to go on this time. We'll start dropping that in as and when. But it's going to be a bit bigger than it could ever be this year. And I've also started hosting the basically Stamp Tube in English. So the Gazette of Stamp Tube Inglese for the Sampdoria fucking Ultras fucking web service, and I'm doing that in English. I present that show once a week.
Nice.
So it's good.
Mate,
good fun, yeah.
Make sure the link will be in the description. Make sure you go and follow him, Dan. Straight Stefan. His link will be in the description as always. Finally, Stan, thank you so much again for spending so much time with us. You know, we've been here for almost 2 hours now, so thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. I mean, you're always welcome back on anytime you feel like you want to come and sit with us in a web room, would you call it, and come and rank with us. What have you got coming up? It'd be good to know what you got going on.
I'm probably doing some DJ gigs. That's probably you know, I'm doing a 6-hour set in exhibition like next month. I'm busy drawing portraits of other people, so that's my other thing that I'm always doing.
Good to be busy. But again, as always, Stan, thank you so much for stopping by. Everyone for watching, thank you so much. It's been a great episode, and we will see you for more Full Kit Rankings, see more content on the channel. Look out for. Whatever you do, just make sure that you keep talking kit.